In keeping with the theme for the Olympics, I thought I'd build myself a set of gallows and see if I can get this boat off the trailer. G'day, this is Duncan with me down at Primrose Sands. So we're standing at his little boat shed in Primrose Sands, and just down that way, about 400 metres, is the boat ramp. Duncan, what can you tell me about Bessie and her illustrious history?
Well, she was built for the Scouts a long time ago as a training boat, and as a fiberglass training boat. There were a lot of timber ones of a similar design, but she was built for the Sea Scouts to train in, and she's for her waterline length and size, she's very seaworthy and very stable. So we inherited her when we were looking for a boat trailer that ended up with a boat on it. We decided to pass her on to a home, so we're giving her away so that it can be used and not sit in the boat shed. We have lots of other projects on, but we just want to see her get used and people to enjoy her. She'll be a really good open boat, adventure boat, like for open dinghy cruising. Very stable and quite a nice little boat, really. Yeah, a lot of the guys would probably schedule commissioning a bit earlier.
About now, I'm beginning to think that I've got myself into a lot more boat than I was expecting. I somehow missed the message that said I was to have brought a small outboard down with me. We're 400 metres away from the launching ramp. We've got about 300 or 400 kilos of boat here. Just check out the ingenious way that Duncan and Sarah managed to get her around to the launching ramp. There's a fair bit of current and all sorts of wind swirling around over the headland.
Hungry for the road all my life, thirsty for adventure all my youth, chasing all my freedoms down Liberty Avenue. And every time I hear a phrase my mother used to say to me, everything happens for a reason, I get the feeling I need.
This is the launching ramp at Primrose Sands, and Duncan's place is about 400 metres east of here. So he's got the Scout boat in tow, paddling down with a kayak with the current and the wind in his favour. So we should see him here fairly soon. Here's my arrangement for nestling Bessie down into the trailer. I've got my swag, inflatable kayak, a bit of leftover garden hemp. The question's going to be, how far are we going to have to take this trailer into the water?
A little taste of home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Nothing like kitchen conversation, steam coming up off the stove, photographs down the staircase showing our stories unfold. And every time I hear a song my father used to sing to me, sweet words of an Irish lullaby, I get the feeling I need. A little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home.
So as it turns out, it's actually Sarah doing the paddling, and this northwesterly is kind of swirling around out of the bay, and every now and again it catches the bow, drags it sideways, and I think she probably is wondering if she's going to make it. But she is actually making ground, and she definitely won't need to go to the gym today.
Just bought my ticket, I pick up the phone. I'm calling to tell you that I'm coming home. Home, 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 I'm coming home.
That is a fair lump of a boat. And how are we going to manhandle that onto a tandem trailer that's not even designed as a boat trailer? So how did you find that little adventure, Sarah?
I loved it. The boat pulled me a few ways that I didn't want to go, but I just had to be patient with it. It was fabulous.
You did very well. It was a valiant effort. I was doing a commentary filming, and I said, oh, here's Duncan coming up the bay.
Oh!
I turned around and there's Duncan, turns up in his car. He's smarter than I thought.
Yeah, he sent me off. He said, how does it feel? I said, it's fine. He said, okay, I'll see you there.
Home, 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 just a little taste of home. Home, 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 I need a little taste of home.
Keep forgetting the name of this boat. Anyway, the scout boat, we'll call it for now. It's all tied on there reasonably securely now. Enough to get us around 500 metres down the road, and then we'll tidy things up a bit. And so, it took quite a bit longer than expected to get Bess on the trailer, and I've headed off on the way north again in fading light. So after nearly 3 hours on the highway, here we are safely back home, and nothing had moved. And if you're wondering about what's been happening with Sarah Ann while my affections are temporarily diverted, this is where the chain plates are mounted through the deck. And it's a bit different to normal chain plates because they've just gone vertically through the deck and then reinforced it underneath the beam shelf here. So I need to remove these bolts, and the whole purpose of the exercise is I'm trying to make it waterproof because there is a leak here. It's the only place on the boat where I've seen any darkening of the timber, and it's only minor, but definitely coming, well, definitely, hopefully it's coming in through these chain plates, and it will be easy to eliminate. So I want to loosen that up, lift it right up, pack some Sikaflex under there, and bolt it back down so that when I put it on the mooring, it's not going to leak anymore. That was a big drive yesterday, 3 hours down and 3 hours back to Primrose Sands, and we're just at the tail end of a cold front coming through. There's a bit of snow about up in the Highlands, and still raining here for a little while, probably for the next couple of hours, but I need to get Bess off the trailer and onto some kind of a stand where I can work on her. Now this is a big heavy boat. My plan is to make a gantry. I'll build a gantry and suspend it over the centre there and have some strap around the bow underneath, right underneath. So I should be able to back it into where I want it and then lift it up onto the gantry. And this has got what I've got to work with. I'm very keen not only to get Bess off the tandem trailer so that I can return it to my son-in-law. He hasn't used the trailer for at least a year that I know of, but I'm sure tomorrow will be the day he'll want it. But I'm also hoping to get the mast up and to check out all the rigging and get the sails up.
Back it off a little bit. Let's check the other side.
You know, the one thing I was thinking about and fearful of in an old boat like this that was sitting on a mooring for quite a while was that the centreboard would be all rusted out. But sometimes you get a pleasant surprise, and it turns out they'd replaced the centreboard, or at least completely restored it, and it was all nicely coated in cold gal. So we'll count that as a success. There she is, suspended in space. This is a 17-foot fiberglass scout boat, currently named Bess, although I don't know if that was her original name. She was used in the Hobart area on the Derwent River, I believe. And that's as much as I know about her. And even Duncan was very sketchy on details. All nice and solid and straight underneath, and no sign whatsoever of osmosis. But what about the standing rigging? And what about the sails? I do know she's had 4 owners, and the last one kept her on a mooring for a little while, which is probably why she's got a brand new centreboard. Or a very well maintained one at the very least. If you know anything about the history of fiberglass scout boats, or Bess specifically, then please let me know in the comments below. She's filled up with expanding foam halfway up the sides. So these little hatches don't really give you much storage in there. So I'm planning to make up some nice little storage bins there and install them so that she's going to be more versatile as a fishing boat and a cruising dinghy. Now the plan is to turn Bess into a really capable open cruising dinghy. She'd be perfect for adventures all around Tasmania's coast, even short coastal hops up to places like Maria Island and down to Shooten Island is well within her capabilities. So here she is in her original state. She's got very strong bones. Basically, nothing to do. A bit of paint, cut and polish, a few stressed cracks in the gel coat, and that's about it. I could even take her for a sail as she is. As I stand the mast up and pull the sails out, about now is when I don't want any unpleasant surprises. She's a sloop rig, and I would say she'd be very slippery in the water. Full buoyancy and self-draining cockpit, although the scuppers looked a bit tiny for me. So with such a good basic structure, I can't wait to get into making some modifications to turn her into a cruising dinghy. I'd thought about even putting a little cuddy cabin on the front of her. Let me know what you would do to turn this beautiful little scout boat into a capable open cruising dinghy. Sincere thanks to Duncan and Sarah, who really went the extra mile on the day, because I was supposed to take an outboard motor and I didn't, and that meant that Sarah had to tow Bess all the way around 400 metres to the boat ramp behind her kayak. Duncan and Sarah bought Bess because they wanted the trailer for another project. So as it is now, I'm looking out for a trailer suitable for Bess. Let me know if you've got one. So Duncan and Sarah just wanted to see Bess go into good hands and see her being used, and I think that her future is assured for the next 50 years. Duncan is a very talented fine art photographer. You can check out Duncan's work on this link. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And I always enjoy your comments, and I do take the time to reply to every one of them. See you next time.